Hey there. We are going to be talking about a project that I have been working on for several months now, and I am so excited to finally be able to share it with you. Hey guys, if you are new here, welcome to the Book Path. I'm Nicole, and if this is your first rodeo, thanks for sticking around. You can kind of see a little bit of difference behind me, and that is because we were working on a new project. We started this back in April. Many of you guys who have been following with the channel have known that I had been previously in like a little alcove in my house, and that I had talked about when the time came I could finally make the change to making my own library room. We were going to transform one of the kids' rooms. It was a front room that we had given to the kids to let them have as a playroom. They weren't using it. It was just sitting here, and we finally decided, okay, we might not be able to make it perfect. We know that we still have a few things to work on, but let's go ahead and just move it all over and see how it goes. And so that is what we wanted to do. So I decided to film along the way, and I don't know how well this is going to come out because, like I said, it was over quite a few months. It might be a little bit choppy, so I'm going to try to do it in maybe like a more montagey way with some, music to go with it, so you don't have to listen to me complain as it goes on. But yeah, so without further ado, here is our journey making our library. Okay, so this is the room in question. Please excuse the mess. We have been sorting it out, but there are going to be doors here. And then let's let the camera focus. And we are making some progress. There's still a little bit of mess, but we have started to move some stuff out. You can also see that one's starting to dry, but there are some splotches of pink over here on these. Please excuse while the camera focuses, but this is just filling up some of the holes and scrapes and things on the wall. Wow, that's really bad. But these are just things to do to prep it for painting. And now that it's blurry, I will go to the next one. It was about this time that we kind of hit a little bit of a hiccup in our plan. The door that I had purchased back in April was delayed. It wasn't out, thinking that we had everything pretty much ready at this point in time. I couldn't bring it down until the doors on it, and without the doors, so we had to and so in July, our door was ready, but there was a hiccup with that the door that came in was a little bit smaller. There had been a mismeasurement, and so now we didn't know if we needed to reorder a new door, which would take more time, or if we were going to be able to do like a build out or something to make the store functional. And it took a few weeks for us to get a hold of the people. We had the store working with us, trying to get a hold of who they hired to do their installs, and it took us a bit. Finally, they were able to look at everything, and they were like, yes, if you want to do the build out with this store, we can go ahead and do that, which basically just meant that they were going to take everything and then put a little bit of wood in the actual like wall by the door, and kind of so it's like as long as it's going to look professional when it's done, and so like you never knew that we did that, then fine. So they said, oh no, we'll make it look good. So we had the install, and it came out fine. I loved it. And finally, once the doors were installed, we were able to finally get going and put everything away. And so that is it. That is my brand new library. Obviously, as I said before, it's a work in progress. We know the carpet that we have is pretty much original to the house. So at some point we're gonna have to do that, which is why my bookshelves aren't really tacked down as they could be, because we're going to be taking up the floor at some point. We're going to have to remove the bookshelves. So when we get the new flooring in, whenever that happens, could be a year from now, could be a few years, it doesn't matter. When that does happen, then we'll finally go ahead and finalize kind of the cheats, as it were, of making these bookshelves look a little bit more built in. Also, as we'll obviously be adding more and more artwork, not only here, but around the room in general, with some of the art stuff that we've been getting and some of the stuff we've been receiving from authors. So it will change as time goes on. There's a lot more space on these shelves. So obviously much more space to fill up now. So but I'm happy. I'm happy with it. I love this space, and funny enough, so do my kids, because now that there are doors on it telling them this is mommy's space, now they're like, I want to be in that space too. So it is what it is. They usually kind of just hang out in here and look at everything, and sometimes they'll touch some books that I'm like, please don't. But I do have a little shelf for them so they can kind of look at some of their books as well, just kind of for them. I will be doing an actual shelf video later on, just to kind of break down what I do have on my shelves, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, it is done. I have my room. I am so happy and so thankful that this was able to be a possibility for me. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you guys are doing well. Stay warm, stay cool, stay safe, stay hydrated, stay healthy, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.